How you doing, everybody? Stock Option Sniper here. I hope you're all doing great. First and foremost, I'd like to thank each and every one of you that are subscribed to my channel and constantly giving so much love and support. Also, for the individual that are constantly sending me messages telling me that, hey, I watch your videos. I understand what liquidity is. I understand why the market is getting manipulated. I understand why it's a false breakout. So I'm super glad that I'm adding value to you guys. Also, I'd like to appreciate each and every one of you that are constantly supporting me on the merch side, right? We have our new website that is open. We have here our merch, the stock options merch. We have a lot of, well, we have three logos right here. We have them in different colors. We have green, we have lime green on the hoodies. Those were in New York. We have the trucker cap, the hoodies, all the goodies, right? We have for women stock option sniper candlesticks, stock option sniper scope with the candlestick on the scope. And yeah, guys, so just check that out. Thank you guys for supporting. We have lime green hoodies. So beautiful, beautiful. Right. Also, you guys, I'm going to go over something very, very special. And today that is entries, right? I also get that a lot in my comments saying that, hey, I understand the strategy, but I do not understand the entries. So let's go over that real quick. So let's go for something we have not played. No, Tesla's a little bit. Let's go for I don't know what this is. All right, let's go for AMC. This one is a little bit. I haven't charted AMC, right? So AMC, let's go. Our entries. Where would be our entries be here? So as you guys understand, we find the structure, right? Once we find that structure, well, let me explain before I go. So finding the correct entries is very simple. So if you follow my strategy that I've been sharing with you guys, first you're gonna find your structure, right? You make that blue. You find your red. Oops. You find your red right here, right? Your SND in a form of SND. Make that our supply in this scenario, right? Missing one more thing. What you're gonna do is you're gonna put that structure, find that structure protective high and structure protective low, right? Just stick with the red color. Hold on, guys. Excuse me. I'm getting somebody's texting me. So sorry about that. So we're gonna wait for price to come up, right? Once your price hit that supply zone, that SND, that is going to be your entry on puts, right? You're looking for price to take it a little bit higher, okay? And then you find that in a form of Wyckoff, right? What we've been talking about here. If you don't know what that is, what Wyckoff is, just go past. I have the Wyckoff here. I have the accumulation and the distribution. In this scenario, we're gonna look at the distribution. Once you find the distribution, you're gonna go to your lower time frame, and you're gonna look to short that going all the way back down. Your exit is from here at that structure low. You can take out some of your contract shape and leave the contract running to liquidate more and more of that price, right? If you don't know liquidation, I also have a video on that. It should be right here, market liquidity, right? Everything is there, you guys. Everything is my videos. You got to this point, everything that I've went over and everything that I'm saying, everything is there. So let's look for an example here, right? I like Moderna. It's already all played out because I played it yesterday, but it's such a beautiful example. Beautiful, right? We had Moderna here, right? I had a structure, I had my SND, but you know, it failed, it did not go. So I said, okay, no problem. Sometimes that's gonna happen, right? It's not gonna touch your zone, so it's cool. But I did have a very great play on here, right? I took Moderna puts yesterday. Beautiful setup. I saw Moderna at the 2 hours, right? I had a zone, I had a supply zone right here. Took that red structure. Then I had a setup for the previous day. I said, okay, perfect. Right? I think I had that structure right there already set. I'm sorry, guys. I had that structure already set right here. Right? This candlestick was the structure. This was my SND. How did I find my SND? I have a video on that. This itself, the wick itself is also a supply zone, right? That rejection. That is also a form of SND. So what I did was I measured that wick. Hang on, I can't get a hold of this. Right, there you go, put it here. So what I did was I patiently waited the next day, that morning, for price to go up to my SND. Right, once I go to my SND in my 2 hours, I waited for price to come up here to trade in a lower time frame. I saw that in my 5 minutes, I saw it was a distribution, a Wyckoff distribution happening, and I waited for that distribution. What does that mean? So what happened was, the Wyckoff distribution, I waited for price to go to my supply zone, right? Once it hit, hang on, you guys, I want to make sure everybody understands this. It's very, very important. So let's say this is my supply zone. I'll make it red, right? My supply zone. So what I did was I waited for my price to start trading right there. Once it started trading right there, I waited for my distribution. This is the UT. I don't know why it keeps going like that. Right? This is the UT. And then we got the UTAD. Right? And then we look for price to take it higher and higher. My mouse is lagging, you guys. Just bear with me. Boom. Okay? That UTAD. So that UTAD is basically the false breakout. The false breakout, you want to call it manipulating the high. But in this scenario, because we're trading smart money, we have here liquidating all these structures. So individuals that try to take puts here had their stop loss and stop sells, and everything was triggered, right? Individuals that had calls here, or individuals trying to long this market, was extremely happy, but they did not understand what happened. So what happened? We took the price lower and lower, right? We had that UTAD, the upwards after distribution, the ST, the second test, and boom. So let's look at that on the 5 minute on Moderna and see how we took that play. Right here, you guys. Perfect. So on pre-market, right, market open, I saw that this right here was a structure, this entire schematic. You guys already can see here, but this is what I see. This was an entire structure. So what happened was I waited for a candle to break above that, which was this candle. Let me take that. This candle right here, right? So I was like, okay, I want to take the entry. I want to take an entry here. It's in my supply zone, right? I have my structure. I have my supply zone. That's a double check. So what I need to do is I'm just going to wait. I was going to take it here, actually. I actually called it in the group chat here, right? And I thought this was the UTAD. This was the upwards after distribution, which after that rejection, all I was going to see was the market going down. So I took that trade. I was down. I said, okay, no problem. It went up, hit my stop loss. And I saw that. I was like, okay, that's a huge rejection right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place my stop loss right above that, which was this red sign, right? Which is above that. And I said, listen, I'm taking short from this rejection, and whatever candle's next, I'm taking that. So after that, I just let it run. And this Moderna play was running, and we held, and our price target was 120. So from 120, around this 125.10, we took it all the way down to 120, but it did not give us that clean 120. So what I did was I swung it, hitting that 120. I had in the open, I sold one contract, and the rest I just let it run and run and run and run. Right? We were up at least, what was that? 110%, 120, something like that. But we made great money on that, right? And my target was 115. It did not hit 115, but I got out of the play. Everything was a great trade. Even my community took that play. One of my community members did better entry than me. She got it at the top at 126.25, right? So she's up like almost 200% on that. Amazing play on her end, right? That's how we caught that Moderna. So as you guys can understand, those are our entry, right? So once again, our entry is when we take we find that structure. Once we find that structure, right, you look for that SND in a form of market imbalance, or you look for it in a market imbalance or market rejection, right? That last move up or that last move down in the scenario, we're looking for that last move down. And then we wait for price to come up to our zone, right? Boom. So two things you can do here. If you don't want to risk price going all the way up, right? longing the market and then going short. If you don't want to risk going up, you can do two things here. One, wait, create an alert for your price, right? So now I have alert, you see right there. So when price hits that, it's going to automatically alert me for me to wait and give me that form of transfer of weak hands to strong hands, right? And boom, and take the price low, going low all the way to that structure, right? Or you can do this. You can take the price, or you can set another alert just right at the bottom of that structure, so it will alert you for price to go down even lower. So now you have two alerts. You can close down your laptop. That's usually what I do. I don't like to be in the screen all day. I like to make my quick money and just get out, right? And set my alerts. So that's just a trick that I personally use. So just give that a try, you guys, and your entry will be here around this area, right? Once you wait for that zone, because this is an entry video. Once for that zone, and then it's vice versa. It's vice versa on the other side, right? This is a demand zone, which is your. We're gonna do it on the long side. This is close, right? You wait for that. You wait for price to come down. Let's make this green so we don't confuse anybody. No, let's make it dark green because I need that green box, right? So you wait for that price to come down. Boom. You can take long, so you're waiting for the price to create that spring. Once you get that spring, boom. If you don't know what that spring is, I have a video on that too. Is the Wyckoff accumulation, and you look to take the price higher. First price target is all the way to this structure, right? So from 125 to 127, and you can leave runners to take the price higher and higher to liquidate all the other prices, right? Grab all that liquidity. So let's look for a play on the long side, right? Look for a play. I want us to get a great one. I don't want us to Moderno. Let's look for another one. Let's look for Amazon. Something that we didn't look at, so we can break it down from step 1 to step 0, right? Excellent. This one is a great one, right? Right here. Let's say right here. You find the structure, right? This entire schematic is a structure. This candlestick right here, from here, boom, to here, right? That entire play is the structure because it broke structure. You can even take it from here, right? So what happened? Let's say right here with this red candle. So from this candle to here, your target will be from, why did Amazon say 2000? It's okay, right? So this 2161 to 2005, that is your target. So what you're going to do is you're going to find that blue box, right? You're going to make that, create them as a structure. Boom, right? That last up move that he had, so you're going to create that zone, right? That rejection zone. And you're going to make that dark green, right? So now you have that. You wait for price to come all the way up here, go all the way down here. And what happens? Now you have this wick that it went to in a form of Wyckoff, right? So in a lower time frame, this is what you're going to see. In a lower time frame, that 2 hour looks like this. That 2 hour candle looks like this. Boom, spring, sign of strength, and boom. And then mark up, and then goes even higher, right? This is how that looks like. And as you can see right here, it did exactly that and moved, and the price just went higher and higher. Look at that, right? You guys see that? I hope it starts to make sense. So that is how you find sniper entries, okay? And that's how we get high RR. So what you're going to do is once you go to that 2 hour, you go to the 5 minute. Let's look for that. I don't know if we can find it because Amazon. Hopefully we can find it. It's okay if we don't, guys. I'll look for another example first. Okay, let's try Apple. Okay, so Apple is one here. Let's go to the 2 hours again. Start over. The more example we do, the better it is for us because, you know, everything is repetition. That's what makes it better. Right? The market is just in such a bearish trend. It's like, why would you even want to go at the opposite of the trend, right? So as you can see right here, look at this, you guys. Check this out. This entire schematic is a structure. Sometimes you will miss your play. I told this story to one of my students. There was the CEO. His name is Paul Tudor Jones, right? And Paul Tudor Jones actually has this strategy. The strategy is just basically a breakout from the 200 MA, and he was like in a Bloomberg, one of the biggest news outlet, and they asked him, like, oh my God, how did you know that the market was gonna fall to its face? How did you know that it was going to that direction? And what he said was, well, what you guys don't know is that I actually shorted the market 4 times and I lost all 4 of them. And then I shorted it the last time, the 5th time, and the market just fell to the face of the earth, right? So what does that mean? It means your strategy worked. You just can't keep giving up on your strategy. Now we have individuals that are constantly lambasted with all these chart. I like to call it chart porn, where it's like, oh, look at my chart, look how amazing my chart is. Now everybody's like so impressed because, thinking that they all know how to all copying everybody's strategy when their strategy actually works. You just have to keep on doing it over and over and keep refining it to what makes it work, right? So don't get confused on that chart porn that I talk about, where it's the whoever got the fanciest chart, whoever got the fanciest this. It's not about that, you guys. It's about having a very simple strategy. Because believe it or not, some people that actually trade do not have a simple strategy. It's actually complicated, right? And we can all you guys can some of you guys can agree with me, real traders. Some of you guys can agree with me. So right here, we made this so simple, right? To find a simple. If you don't have a simple strategy, there's one here for you. We have one. We have find the structure. Two, we find it in a form of SND, right? And three, we confirm that. We confirm in a form of Wyckoff, right? The transfer of weak hands to strong hands, right? We made it so simple in a way where people's like have 3 box, and I'm giving you guys the sample here. So what does this mean? This is a structure from here. So the target is for the price. Look at this, right? So the target is form SND right here, right? I measured that last down candlestick right there, right? So what happened? I wait for the price to go up, but at this scenario, it did not hit, right? It never hit. So what we can do is just leave it alone, right? You leave it alone. Check this out, you guys. This itself is even a structure. Right here, check this out. This itself is a structure itself, right? And you're just gonna have to keep waiting. Don't get so emotionally unstable that you think that your strategy doesn't work because the market does the price doesn't reach your zone. That's that's what the composite man wants you. That's what the composite man wants you to do, to jump and FOMO into a trade, right? They'll be like, oh, my strategy don't work. It never hit my zone. So now you're forced to move your zone, even though your zone was right. You're like, oh, my zone should have been here. No, your zone was fine. It happens. That's normal, right? But we have a very emotional trader who FOMOs into a trade, switch to another strategy because it's not working, when every time it's working. Look at this. If you miss this trade, waited for this trade, and just say, okay, I found my structure here. Now I can draw my zone. Look at this, you guys. Once this hit your zone, you would have been fine, right? The market did move up a little, so you'd have probably just broke even. But then you waited for another zone. If you would have just waited for another zone, right? If it was hitting your SND zone right here, you would have been fine because price went up, and what happened? It literally fell to the floor, right? That's a high RR right there, right? You could have obviously I seen what's going to happen here, but if you stuck to your strategy, that would have been beautiful, right? You would have taken that from there, and boom, and you just let runners run and you keep falling, right? And every single time price. Well, at this scenario, the price already broke structure. That's another video, right? When the price trade breaks structure and starts trading above that structure, the price become bullish. And that's when people start to keep on shorting and shorting, right? So right here, people see the price going down. What they think is the market is going to keep going down to its face, right? But not understanding that we broke the structure right here. this structure, right? We broke the structure. So what does that mean? We trade above structure, meaning that we're in a bullish. So people think this actually right here was the price to go down lower and lower, not understanding it was a mark up to go even higher, right? Once that price go higher, once again it goes down, people trying to short it, boom, keep on liquidating everybody, right? If you have not watched my video on liquidation, on liquidity, watch that ASAP. It will help you not to get fake with what's happening right here, right? So people are so used to saying, "Oh, this is bearish, this is bearish, it's bearish, it's still bearish," because now we're going down. That was the so-called rip before it dip. Now next thing you know, now understanding where the trend is, breaking that structure, trade higher, mark up. Oh, this is it. We're going down. Nope, mark up, going up, and it just goes over and over and over, right? Now it's the same thing in the opposite side, where individuals are like, okay, I'm gonna buy here because it's gonna go down. This is gonna go up, right? Because it's down, it's in a downtrend. What happened? It does go up, boom, goes back down. Oh, but no, but shouldn't it rip above because it's a demand zone? Not understanding liquidity. What happened? Break right through that demand zone, blows their account, right? What happens? Oh, it's gonna go up now. It's gonna go up. Nope. Next day, and we've been doing this for Moderna. This is exactly what we did with Moderna, and we've been doing this for almost 3 weeks. 3 weeks now on SPY. Look at SPY. SPY was one of my favorite. I had a play that was like almost 360%. It was just amazing, you guys. 360, or it was around 300. It was beautiful. It's got to be somewhere around there, right? Look at this. Oh, we're bullish. We're bullish. What happened? Boom, fall to its face. And it's gonna keep on doing that, right? Not understanding that the trend, the liquidity is just beautiful, you guys. If you have not watched my liquidity video, watch that ASAP. It's right here. Once again, you guys, I appreciate each and every one of you that is always staying and supporting me. And we're gonna keep getting better and better. Just stick around. If you are not yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe right now. I'm dropping so much videos, you guys. I want to show you guys the video if it gives me to load here. But please subscribe, you guys. I say that because every time I put out a channel, you're gonna get notified so you don't miss a channel. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have about five new videos coming out. Stay tuned for that, you guys. That's all I have for you. Thank you for staying here once again. Get your merch, take a picture, support. And once you have that, just send it to me. I got something very special for you. And yeah, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.